Alright, hey idiots! We're gonna be talking about last meals because I got the serial killer cookbook of everybody's last meals. So, kind of went through it. You can look at it.
Yeah.
There are some interesting ones in there.
Timothy McVeigh. Mint chip ice cream.
Honestly, I don't know who probably half those killers are. Which is surprising.
Oh, Odell Barnes? His last meal was justice, equality, and world peace.
What?
Dead serious.
Did he eat that?
I'll find
12
out.
dinner rolls.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Justice, equality, and world peace.
Which is 12 dinner rolls.
What?
Look
Look them up. So we're gonna eventually cook these meals and probably eat them on a podcast.
I think it's in the front. Is it?
Maybe cook it on a podcast too. Depends. I like the melted ice cream. I'm not gonna lie. No, sip the shit out of that.
Sip the shit
I
out
would
of
want.
that.
You know what? If I were to have melted ice cream, I would want it in a wine glass, and I would want a fur coat too, so I could sit there in my fur coat and drink my melted ice cream.
What's his name again?
Oh, there's the melted ice cream. Hold on, let's
Here,
see what
show
this
the
is.
page.
Yeah.
The melted ice cream. What serial killer is that?
You got me.
Well, where's it at?
Is it on the... But that says...
No, wait. I'm
Steak.
so confused. Who is that? Yeah, it's Crowley.
Mm-hmm.
Francis Crowley. He was a 1930s gangster.
Melted ice cream.
Went on a crime spree that ended in a 2-hour shootout with the New York City Police Department. Crowley often carried 2 pistols and would simultaneously shoot them, earning him a nickname, Two Gun. Not even 2 guns, Two Gun.
Two gun. Two gun Crowley.
His crime spree began in February 1931 when he crashed an American Legion dance and shot at 2 men when he was removed from the venue. The crimes escalated.
You would have to,
Crowley
right?
was eventually captured after a shootout with around 300 police officers and a whopping 15,000 spectators.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have a shootout where there's
wait. It
It's in the
says
30s.
the teenage Crowley was a nuisance while incarcerated. He was a teenager. Wait.
1912 to 1932. That's 20 years. So he was 20. No, he was 10. Wait. No, he was 20.
He was executed in an electric chair in Sing Sing at 19.
19? Could you imagine messing up your life so bad at 19?
His last meal was steak and onions, French fries, apple pie, and
So it wasn't melted ice cream.
and both ice cream and melted ice cream.
Okay.
And that's the recipe we have is the melted ice cream, which we will try later.
I can't imagine. Like, I guess it would be a recipe in the 30s. You wouldn't just get...
You think they just let it set out? You think they popped it? Well, they don't have microwaves in the
No, they
30s.
let that set out. That, 30s? No, they didn't have microwaves in the 30s. That was...
That's why I have my computer.
I got you.
I would say that was 50s?
The Justice, Peace, and Equality. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
The Justice, Peace, and Equality is Odell Barnes. Yeah, right. And then
1945 microwave.
Oh, I thought it was 50s. I wasn't far off.
it says easy homemade dinner rolls. As a home cook, one could interpret Barnes' unique request as pretty much anything, but I've gone with simple, satisfying, classic bread.
Okay, so that's not actually what he had. That's what the cookbook person is writing.
I wish they said it on the rolls. I'm gonna eat peas right now.
Right? Like, just burn it in the
Yeah, that's...
Yes. Like they used to do.
When we make those, I'm gonna buy a food pen and write on there which one we're eating.
Well, we'd have to get a pen for the what life, liberty, and
Justice
the
for all.
pursuit of happiness.
He was a junior. Wait, he was an American from Texas charged with the 1989 murder of 42-year-old Helen Bass and was convicted and sentenced in very quick succession. The fast progress of the trial, jury conviction, and death sentence attracted the attention of the anti-death penalty groups, as well as the international criticism. Despite the uproar, Barnes was executed in 2000 by lethal injection.
2000!
Wow.
I really wasn't expecting that. But when it was like the anti-death penalty crowd, and I was like, okay.
I just remember some I got from the Merry Krampus thing that I have to show you guys.
Go get it.
So I'll go get it. You guys can continue talking.
Wow. No churn chocolate ice cream.
No churn.
I don't
okay.
understand no churn. What is no churn?
Okay, you know what churning is, though,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
So they just freeze it? It's just
that's, I don't know. Read it. Let's find out. Should I read it?
Do you want to?
Okay, well, you read one. I should be able to. I get my turn.
Some other
Some.
Ice.
Why don't you set me up for disaster? Well, hold on.
William Bond.
Yep, this is him. So I'm going to read his thing first. William Bonin was an American serial killer and sex offender, also known as the Freeway Killer. In his first trial, the prosecutor dubbed him the most arch-evil person who ever existed. And this was pretty spot on. Bonin was convicted of 14 counts of murder, but was likely responsible for more than 36. Like several offenders, Bonin grew up in an extremely abusive home and began committing petty crimes at a young age. During his teenage years, Bonin began to molest victims who were younger than him. These acts would continue to escalate as he grew older. As a young adult, Bonin joined the Air Force. Checks out. And served in Vietnam War. The things he experienced during active duty made him come to believe that human life was overvalued. That's sweet.
What's the food?
This is the no churn ice cream.
Oh.
Okay.
How do you no churn it?
That's what we were getting to. What I wanted to read is like
his
thing.
little thing.
Yeah, but it's so long. Should I just go right to it?
Yeah, go right to the recipe.
Okay. Okay, so his whole last meal was 2 pepperoni and sausage pizzas, 3 servings of chocolate ice cream, doesn't say no churn, and 3 6-packs of Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
3 6-packs?
3 6-packs of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. He shared his feast with 5 others. Generous, sure. But that doesn't make him any less of a terrible person. Taken from Bonin's meal, here's the recipe for an easy no-churn chocolate ice cream. If you'd like to make it, this recipe even more chocolatey, try adding chocolate chunks of fudge to swirl in.
Yes, I will.
You're like, yes, please.
I already know what I'm adding to it. Go
It's 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, half a teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, and a half a cup chocolate chunk or half cup jarred chocolate fudge. In a stand mixer with whisk attachment, whisk heavy cream on high speed until stiff peaks form 2 to 3 minutes. In a medium bowl, stir together with condensed milk, cocoa powder, and vanilla. Gently fold the whipped cream.
You're not folding it, so technically.
Yeah, I was like, it folds. did you hear how disappointed I am? Okay.
You were like, I want to just see it like freeze.
Yeah, I thought it was like a sorbet. I don't know. I thought it was going to be fancy. Pour the cream mixture into a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. If you choose, add chocolate chunks or fudge swirl. Stir them into the mixture now. Make sure the cream is sitting evenly in the pan. Cover tightly. Freeze at least 12 hours before serving. Best served no more than 30 to 45 days after freezing. This bad boy for a month.
Just like expiration date, just like everybody in here.
There is an expiration.
So I'll end up putting a link down about this book.
That's a good book.
Yeah. Okay, something else that you guys have to see that I got. I went to the Merry Krampus Dark Arts Craft Fair, something like that. There was this guy there that he made his own serial killer cards.
Like trading cards?
Like Garbage Pail Kid cards. Like, this is it. And I bought one pack, which I'm gonna buy more. And I'll put his link down below, too. Who is that? I have extra cards, and you could have that one. Everybody has their own favorite serial killer.
Yes. Evil Eddie. Ed Gein.
Can you see one?
Here's Evil Eddie. I got 3 Evil Eddies.
Oh, man.
It tells you his name, his height, his weight, the span of which he killed.
I didn't know there were 7 suspected. Because it changes so much. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In between.
It also tells you his arrest date and his death. Respiratory failure at 77 years old. I did not know that.
It has the...
Yeah. These are so...
It has
cool.
the lady hanging upside down split.
Like, I think it was $6 for a pack. I said, I should have got more. Because I'm so fascinated by serial killers.
I kind of might want this as like a necklace.
You could have that.
You know what I mean? Like put it in balm, like in a little something.
I had to look up half these people.
Oh.
This one
you didn't know.
Well, that one I wasn't sure. It's the pig farm killer.
Oh, okay. Piketon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Piketon.
Jimmy Juice. Jim Jones.
I thought so. When I saw the picture, I thought it was Jim Jones.
This is Richard Ramirez.
I wouldn't have thought that was him. But
these are the 2 that I had to look up.
I love him.
Oh, this one is a Ropey Raider, and I was like, who is that? Is BTK Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure because I thought it was a girl at first because it looked like a girl.
Kind of does look like a girl.
But it's probably one of the
No,
victims.
do you remember? No, he used to put on the panties and stuff and hang himself in trees and take pictures of himself and send it. So that's him.
That's creepy.
Yes.
This guy is from 52 confirmed.
That's the Russian guy.
He's the Russian guy. I had to look him up because I could not place him.
Oh, he has crazy eyes.
Executed by gunshot. What
year was that? That gunshot?
He was arrested in 90.
Oh. I
don't know when he got executed, but yeah, it was.
But like that's still pretty modern to be executed by gun. You know what I mean? By firing squad.
So
these are so creative though. You would really have to know who they were to get
Now it's like I want.
Like even the eyes of this guy. That's his eyes. Like when you see interviews, that he has those crazy eyes. Like you would really.
Isn't it crazy? Like I thought these were so creative.
That is good. Like that is really good. And that's Gacy, but you don't have the Gacy card. Gacy, that's pretty.
Yeah, this is. He also has a serial killer game too. He made a game where it's like you play against somebody else and you're either like a victim or a killer, and you try to stay alive. Or you try to kill people.
Kind of like
I didn't buy the game, but this is.
That might be fun to see.
Serial Killer Kids. That's what the name of, and the wax paper on here. So cool.
I like that.
So this is, who is this? Okay, yeah, I'll just link the site.
No, that's super cool. What would your last meal be?
I've thought about this. I thought, like, what if I were to just get a bunch of fast food that I like? Like, I want some, give me some from Taco Bell. Give me the fries from Wendy's.
You know.
Maybe the Frosty from Wendy's. I would want, like the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. What would I get from McDonald's?
I would get something with mac sauce.
The thing is, their machines
make them find the ice cream machine that's working, and they might postpone your death day. Because they can't find a McDonald's.
Well, what if the machine's broken? You can't execute it tomorrow.
You know, I'm sorry, I need this. It's my last meal. It's a little important.
Like, get the potatoes from Popeye's Chicken. I love the mashed potatoes from Popeye's Chicken. The gravy is where it's at.
Like the Cane's bread.
Yeah, with the sauce.
I love Cane's.
Cane's bread with Cane's sauce, but I think Cane's bread might go better with mac sauce.
Like, can I request a bunch of fast food? Like, it would just be a table full of fast food items. Like, what's that movie? Talladega Nights. You know how they have the whole fast food for dinner? That's my last meal.
I'm gonna jump on you like a spider monkey. No, what movie? I've never seen it.
Des, what would your last meal be?
I would want a whole seafood broil with crab. Listen, crab, octopus, all that. Like, I want
Calamari.
Like a boil? Like
yes,
I just put it out on the table?
I want
like
garlic
buttery
mashed
garlic
potatoes.
sauce?
No, I want garlic mashed potatoes with that butter in it. And then I want the Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Oh.
With the, oh my
With
god,
the
with
cinnamon?
the butter.
No, I just want the mashed potatoes and the rolls. I'll just eat the rolls.
Oh, Cheddar Bay biscuits though.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Yeah, it's like, I would want, like, my favorite things from all the fast food, because, like, I can't eat fast food all the time. Like, but if I'm in prison, I would never have fast food. So, like...
I just need to not cough. I don't know what I would do. See, I would like to think it would be fast food, but in reality, I would want, like...
Or what if you would want...
I would want a really expensive food because it's, like, not my money.
That's true. Well, what... Are you done?
Yeah, no, I had to answer something.
Like, I would like to think that I would want all that greasy, gross food, but it's good,
But, like, what if, like, I want a thick-ass New York-style cheesecake? That would be delicious.
Oh.
I would
like to
also
think
love
that I could
crab.
pick where it comes from. You know what I mean?
Like, I would want my mom to make it. Like, Mom, my last meal, give me the cheesecake that you always make.
Well, let's just hope your mom isn't alive to see you get executed.
Oh, that's true. But if she is, she's making me that cheesecake.
I'd sneak it in. With a key.
I'll give you, like, here's some of it. Here's some more.
I'd be like, here, give me a kiss. And it'd be like half cheesecake and half a key in my mouth. And I'd be like,
I'm sorry, just picturing that's going to make me throw up. That was so...
You're welcome.
So what would be your last?
Cheese. Cheese.
Oh my god, a cheese platter.
It would. It would really be like cheese.
I want some of that prairie breeze.
I just want some of that
That cheese.
cheese. No, prairie breeze.
Oh,
is
and a
good
pickle
one.
on the side.
Oh.
Like the big pickles that you need two hands to eat with.
No. This is what I'd want. Big old cup of pickle juice.
You had me at pickle juice. Go ahead.
Big old cup of pickle juice.
Yes.
Okay, at least 3, maybe even 4 kinds of cheese. I might go out on one, maybe 4 kinds of cheese. Maybe more cheese.
That's why she wears the mouse ears.
And then after that, maybe like some bread.
And then for dessert, cheese.
But it would be in the form of cake. So it's fair, right? Like, you're allowed to do that. It's cheesecake.
A side of mac and cheese.
Baked.
Baked.
Yeah, baked mac and cheese. I don't know that cheap craft shit.
You know, I like the cheap craft shit.
Oh.
I like the powdered cheese for some reason.
Tristan
I like the
loves that powdered cheese. Like, if you could get that, like, 11-cent box crap, that's what he wants to eat.
I don't know, for some reason the powdered cheese,
Don't get me wrong, I love powdered cheese.
it's so good.
But if it's my last meal...
On your last meal, would you also want like a can of Cheese Whiz?
Oh my god. A cheese whiz?
And on the side, to dip everything in, queso.
I dip my canned cheese in queso. With my cheeses. Oh,
You know what? Should we make that meal here and just do a
yes.
spread of cheese
Just-
with melted cheese?
We should just make my last meal. You with some
You know how much that would be?
with cheese and then
With
a side of cheese with a side of bread.
I'm gonna make
with a side of cheese whiz.
I'm gonna make you your last meal with the cheesecake for the dessert.
And it would be my last meal because I'd probably die afterwards. Like, be like, no, you think you're leaving?
Your body can't handle it.
I don't think I. See, the thing is that's why I wanted to do my last meal. I think that the older I get, the more lactose intolerant I am because I'll eat cheese and like I'll puke if I eat too much cheese. Because I don't know, like I just can't
You
handle
can't just
it.
stop eating cheese.
Well, no, I'd rather just puke. Like I'd rather just deal with it and puke.
I know when my cheese limit is reached.
Oh, I know. Don't get me wrong. I know. I don't. Well, it just depends on the cheese. It's not my fault. It's the cheesemakers.
They make it so good.
They make it too hard to say no. Like Prairie Breeze. If you had Prairie Breeze in front of you,
that's
you couldn't.
I would eat the whole block.
No,
or the
no,
wheel, or whatever it is.
It would be a wheel.
It would be a wheel. I'll
It
eat the
would be
whole
a
wheel.
wheel. Yeah, and you wouldn't stop. You want to know why? Because you would rather deal with the consequences.
I'd rather die
later.
than stop eating cheese.
So basically, what we're going to do for our last meal episode is just have a wheel of Prairie
Our
Breeze.
last meal is
Prairie Breeze.
Prairie Breeze. It's just a wheel of Prairie Breeze.
It's like,
you know what? All this stuff doesn't matter. Let's just eat cheese.
It's like when your best friend finds a boyfriend and he's perfect, and then you meet him and he's perfect for you too, and then you guys just both date the same guy forever. That's Prairie Breeze for us. We found him.
Prairie Breeze.
His first name's Prairie and his last name's Breeze.
I wonder if anybody got.
We're such a commercial. We are.
If you guys want some cheese, let me tell you, we got some suggestions.
Just one.
Prairie Breeze.
Or cheese whiz.
You know what? I have been looking everywhere for that. I looked at World Market.
You have to order it.
Listen, I looked at Kroger. I looked at Jungle Gyms. I have looked.
Jungle Gyms
did not have Prairie Breeze. I was like, there has to be somewhere where I could get it without going into fucking Columbus. There wasn't.
You're in Columbus.
We're in Parenton.
Come on, cut this out.
There's chicken parmesan.
That's chicken parmesan.
I know. I'm looking for cheese. There's no way to just order cheese.
Hold on. This is what you do.
Say when.
Say when.
Stop. Is it melted ice cream? Is it melted ice cream? Guys, that's my last meal. I'm gonna drink that melted ice cream in my fur coat in a wine glass. A tall stem wine glass.
With melted ice cream up to here.
You want another go?
Uh-oh.
Stop. What is it?
Caramelized onion and cheese omelet.
It's an omelet. Eggs.
I love
Not
that.
with the price of eggs today.
Price
Not
of
my
eggs
eggs.
is
My
like
eggs.
My eggs.
Like personally,
That
or the ones on
sounds
your
so
farm? My eggs go for a lot more.
My eggs will take up 9 months of the year. And then 18 years after that to really ripen. Really only.
By then you want to throw it away.
Really only 7 years to ripen when you want to eat it. No, that is it.
Sorry, talking about cannibalism. You know, like when you eat an egg, you're eating basically a chicken's period.
Yeah, hell yeah, that period tastes good as hell.
I can't.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
It's so delicious.
It's so good. I love it. I had to show Emily how to tell if an egg was fertilized because she's super against eggs. She doesn't want to touch meat either. And I was like, you can eat eggs. It's not bad. The chicken's gonna have the egg anyway. And she's like, well, it's gonna be a chicken. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you can tell if it's eggs fertilized, but there's no rooster around this. Blah blah blah. I explained the whole thing, and I showed her, and she still don't. Like, why would you make me show you if you don't care?
Is she afraid she's gonna crack an egg and her chicken's gonna pop out?
She's a vegetarian.
So when I was younger, I swear I did not know how this worked.
Nobody
And
does.
I took an egg from the fridge and I put it under my pillow. Just so I could have a baby chick.
It could happen.
You know how disgusting that was? Because I kept it for...
Oh my God. They can swell up. Like, if you just walk past a rotten egg too rough, it can pop.
It was in there. I had it under my pillow for the longest time, and I think it ended up falling behind the bed. And I don't remember who exactly found it, but I remember the smell.
You remember getting in a lot of trouble?
I don't really remember that. I don't remember.
I wanted to hatch a little egg.
But I wanted a chicken, and I figured that's how you get a chicken.
My boss said today, oh, they imprinted on me like a little chick. And then I said to myself, oh, Jen, don't be that crazy chicken lady that corrects her. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, baby chickens, they don't imprint.
It's ducks.
It's ducks. And I was like, don't do it, Jen. Don't correct your boss. Don't do it. Just let her think she's right. And I was like,
they love you so much.
But my chicken lady strength was like so strong. I was like,
your chicken lady strength was screaming.
Yes, I was like, don't say it. Or like when people make cock jokes about a hen, and don't do it, Jen. Don't. They don't want to hear it. It's a joke. It's just a joke. Just let them tell their joke. Like, let them have it. And I'm in the corner like, actually, sir,
well, really,
it's not a rooster. That's a hen. Like, I'm the Debbie Downer. I'm the Debbie Downer of the farm.
You're like, just to correct you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did I tell you what Armando got me? Okay, so my secret Santa at work. I don't know. I know why. He got me Animal Farm, the book, which is fine. I love the Animal Farm, the book, as a political book and as just a book. Mm-hmm. But he didn't know that. He just got me that because I've talked about animals all day. Like, it's kind of like you live on a farm.
Animal Farm.
Yeah. And then he got me a shirt and it said, more equal than others. And that is my favorite quote of the book. So I will give it that. He didn't know that, and he probably thought he was just being clever on other ways. Yeah. But I genuinely was like, I just said this quote to Tristan last week. Like, I was like, because it's just basically a slap in the face. Like, some animals are more equal than others. Like, how are you, like, that doesn't make any sense. So it's like a play on whatever. And I was like, Armando thought he was being a smartass, but I love it.
So, who did you have, and what did you get?
I had a woman named Ashley, who I do not know. She's a housekeeper on front desk.
Sorry, I got excited because I thought of something, so I'll tell you in just a minute.
So I didn't know her very well. I knew she had a daughter that was like 7. Mm-hmm. So I got face masks for them. Like the fun unicorn hat. I got them face masks, nail polish, the toe dividers, one for the daughter, one for the adult,
all the beauty stuff,
bubble bath. Just gave them a day of self-care because I was like, I don't have a daughter. If you gave me a bucket of dirt, I'd be like, oh, this is great. Me and my kid will have a lot of fun. I got a charger. Yeah. I'd be like, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to make lead pies.
So what I did this year, because last year when we did Secret Santa, I'm not going to say names, but somebody they gave like a dollar store gift that didn't actually relate to somebody. So I know you know who. So it's like me giving you a wine glass, but you don't drink wine. Like, what am I going to use for this? Like, at least think of the person. So, and that person didn't want to participate. She's like, I really don't. She goes, last year I spent $40 on the person I had. And she goes, it's not the price, but it's the thought, and there was no thought into what I got. And she goes, that's what was the most disappointing thing was I put so much thought into the person, even though it did cost $40. But then the person didn't even think of me, and I had no use for the item that I got.
That would piss me off too, though.
Yeah, I'll be like, wow, like, you don't know me. Even though you don't know her, it's like, you could have tried.
Like, that's what I felt bad about Ashley. I didn't know her personally, so I didn't know what to do, but I knew she had a daughter, and I knew if somebody didn't know me, but they got a gift for my kid.
That's something different, yeah.
Yeah. So
this year...
That's my defensive.
This year, I created a questionnaire. Instead of drawing a name, you draw the questionnaire that somebody filled out.
Okay.
So it would be like favorite color, favorite stores, favorite restaurants. What do you want? What don't you want? Would you rather prefer a gift card or a gift? Would you rather prefer handmade? It was just a bunch of questions.
I love the handmade bot.
Or bought, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just a bunch of questions, and some people only filled out like 2 or 3, like favorite things and stuff like that. Some people filled out the entire thing. I fold those up and we pass them out so you have an idea. Do you want clothes? There's no size listed. They don't want clothes. So,
That's smart.
so everybody got an idea, and I think this year everybody got something that they actually would use or want. So that
That's
was how we
smart.
did it. I know, right?
That was smart.
So I'll give you.
You give too many Reddit gifts.
You know they stopped doing that. The Christmas. They stopped doing the Reddit Christmas.
Why?
They did it. I think they stopped last year. I think was the last year. I know.
But they still do the USPS.
Huh?
USPS.
They do. They still do that, and I tried to do that, but every time I logged on, all the people were gone or taken.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Good, yeah.
That's good. I didn't get. I was like kind of upset that I didn't get to participate in it, but every time I tried to do it, it was like.
Next year, try sooner.
I did it on the day, the time that it did it, and I picked one out, and then there was an issue with it, so I put the letter back, and I tried to pick out another one, and like when I had time at work, and then I kept
That's
checking.
pretty cool, though.
It said 7
That
hours.
many people
It would be like more letters were coming in like 7 hours. I'll set my fucking alarm, check back there. Sorry, 5 more hours or whatever.
That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
You
so
know?
I'm pretty sure they all got taken up. Let's say every time I try to get on there to go pick a letter, they're gone.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. I think I would like to do something more like that locally.
It would be fun. I want to do
But
more
honestly,
Secret
I hate
Santa
all the
stuff.
parents of all the kids in my neighborhood.
Maybe we could do a Secret Santa event with like,
The kids.
well, like with kids and us and maybe a couple of our friends, and have everybody like come to a certain place, and everybody picks a name beforehand.
We should do it
Do
in the middle of
questioning.
July.
Christmas in July,
Yeah, Christmas in July.
and do one for Christmas.
Maybe. Well, Christmas, everybody's already scrummaging around
That's
for other
true.
gifts. You know what I mean? Let's do it in July.
Do a Christmas event and just get a bunch of people together
Yeah.
and do
We
Secret
can even
Santa.
carol. I'll carol.
My sister had carolers come to her door. I said, "What'd you do? Shut the door?" She goes, "No, I kind of stood there awkwardly."
Like, this is my thing. Do you tip them?
Do you tip them? Should we go caroling?
I really want to carol. First of all, I'll go caroling right now.
Give me a bottle of wine. I'll go with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go right now.
What are we gonna sing?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
No, it's Christmas is over. We gotta sing something else.
I
To
don't
the
know
window. To the wall. No.
No, that was the winner. That was the winner. Like, literally, what? I could have came up with it. I was like, what could we do? Like, that's funny. Nope.
No.
Nothing.
No,
I
we're
came
gonna
up
go
with. It was
caroling.
better. Yeah, like, that was the best.
All right, we should go caroling right now. Let's go over to the window and to the wall.